good evening. My name's Guy. My call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo. And we're about to spend about an hour or so discussing and custom tube-type single sideband gear or AM. If you think zero beat us real good, you can bring the AM rigs in here too. Questions and concerns and buy-sell trades are certainly welcome as long as they are boat anchor related. Before we start, I'm going to ask if anybody needs this frequency for emergency use now, please come. Here it doesn't, I'm going to say we're good to go. All right, like I said, my name's Guy, Golf Uniform Yankee, right outside of Kilgore, Texas, northeast Texas. Tonight I'm running a TR4 Drake. I've got a 444 Shure microphone collecting my vocal admissions, and run through a Henry 2KD5 up to a double bazooka at about 45 foot, oriented east and west. It's doing a pretty good job as far as I'm hearing everybody, so I hope I'm getting out all right. I got a NIR10 notch filter, all kinds of filter stuff in line, makes it pretty good. We've got a little Thunder Boomer up north and west of us here, but right now it doesn't seem to be affecting anything. So, like I said, for about the next hour or so, we're just going to play on radio. So, I got a list of folks here started. We'll go through some of them. I'll kick it down to Jim, and he can get a few of them, and then he can kick it over to Lynn, and we'll just go round and round like a merry-go-round. All right, well, the first one I heard when I turned everything on was WD5JKO. Come on in, Jim.
All right, Guy, W5CMK. This is WD5JKO. Thank you for letting me come in here. I got this thing tuned up a little early tonight, so hopefully it's working. Yeah, this is the Central Electronics 20A, and tonight I'm driving a quad of 811s with it, and this is the old Gonset GSB 201. Otherwise, it's the same old stuff here, just a little bit more. Figured there's a little bit of static tonight, so I put a little more coal in the fire there. So anyway, back to net. Thanks for letting me in. W5CMK, WD5JKO, Round Rock, Texas. Name is Jim.
All righty, Jim. Well, I tell you what, the 20A is definitely living up to its reputation and expectations, because it's sounding like $1 million over here in East Texas. So, yeah, we got a little Thunder Boomers, but they're not bothering anybody. All right, anything else before we move on?
No, that's it here. I'll just listen for some other of the fine stations check in. Take care.
All righty, moving right along. Let's go a little bit further into Austin proper there. Hey, George, WB5TXW, what's up with you?
Well, howdy, Guy, and all around the net. Oh, things are going very well here in Austin with this extended summer, or whatever you want to call it. Of course, I'm on the S-Line gear, 32S175S3, 30L1. Power supply, the speaker all lined up here on the library table. Looking good. 160-meter looper duper, which is tuned with the antenna tuner. Aesthetic. 10D microphone, which this is the only one I've ever seen just like it, although I know a couple other guys who have them. So that's it. Signals, Guy, as you can tell, are starting to lengthen out. So I suspect by the end of the net, we ought to be getting a little bit of what we consider DX on 75 meters over.
Well, you know, that's like a fella told me one time that you never know what another living thing's thinking, so you never know what to expect there, over.
Well, I don't. Anyway, that's about it. So I'm going to kick back here and listen to some of the best radios on in Radio America, WB5TXW, back to net.
All righty there, Mr. George. Yep, sounding good, like you always do. Let's see, I don't know, we got a fella here that's got a nickname. I don't know whether it's proper to call him by his nickname on the radio or not, but I'm going to do it. Hey, Birdman. Hey, Jay. KM5QS. What's up?
Well, I was afraid you were going to do that. KM5QS. I'm on the Kenwood Twins tonight, 599, T599, D5, or 599, whatever. And I'm driving the Alpha to distraction with it. Not the new one, but the old one. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I let that guy tell me I'm about 4,000 K wide up here. Anyway, nothing new going on except for a little aggravation that I'll get over. Lynn, do not feel bad. Do not pay any attention. The guy that's writing these things is a member of the net up there. So don't worry about it. If he thinks my 9.9 he's out of spec, he's out of touch. 5QS back to net control.
All right, Jay. Well, just, let it roll off your back. Cup your wings like that nickname says you can. Over.
Roger. No, I'm fine. I'll be okay. I just don't like people using their what they think, what little authority they think they have for their own purposes. That's kind of at cross. It's he's a member of the net, and I'm sure. Well, no, I'm not going to go any further because that would be speculation. KM5QS.
Thank you for kicking her in neutral there, Jay. Hey, Nick, K5EF, what's going on down there in your neck of the woods?
Hey, guys, it's K5EF. Yeah, everything's good over here. I've been fighting with an NCX5 transceiver I'm restoring, and little by little, I've actually got it shooting now. And, but it still needs a lot. The S-meter on it is unbelievably generous. It doesn't take very much. I mean, if you put a couple hundred microvolts in from the signal generator, the S-meter is almost slammed against the peg. So I haven't quite figured out why it's so wanting to give such great signal reports. But anyway, we're working on it. And Jay, your signal's great. I tuned off up and down. It's maybe about 2.5 kilohertz wide. It's it's normal. I mean, if your signal is very strong, and probably if it's a net and it's in Texas, you might be blasting a guy's receiver, and it'll sound a lot broader than what it really is. But you're like 10 over or 20 over 9 over here, and you're quite respectable. Your audio sounds great, Dad.
Well, I was on the 599. Now I'm on the 990 with the Alpha 78, and the signal on this one is at 4K, but that is not outside of FCC specs. So anyway, I'll let it go back to y'all. KM5QS.
There is no rule defining bandwidth.
That's exactly what I mean.
That's right.
Yeah, kind of that gentleman's thing, I think. But anyway, Nick, you sounded good over here. Yeah, let's see. You introduced me to a fella that had a 740 or 447 or something. A set of Drake twins made into one cabinet. That wasn't yours, was it?
It's my neighbor next door, W5XU. It's a TR44, and he's got it on his workbench, and he'll probably talk about it in a few minutes when he gets on, guys.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, that's kind of interesting to me there. That sounds good. All right, anything else, Nick?
Well, no, I'm good. 73, guys. I'm listening, reading the mail. K5EF.
All righty, good deal. Well, I'm going to pick up one more, and then I'm going to kick it down there to Mr. ZIV, and let's go from Louisiana all the way down to San Angelo, Texas. KA5CXG. Hey, Bob, what's up? Well, we may have to come back to him. He might have had to unplug.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, well, okay, go ahead.
I had a set of headphones on. I was daydreaming, I guess. K5CXT. Bob in San Angelo on the 820. And that's about it. Nothing much going on. Hadn't got the Marauder on the air yet. But I will. And let's rework my tuner. I got for it. Had some rough spots in it. And reworked that thing the other day. And that's about it. Nothing new. We'll get the Marauder on sometime, and hope everybody has a good week. And you guys remember, vote early and vote often. K5CXT.
Yeah. As long as hopefully it goes to the right bucket, we'll be okay. Maybe.
Hey, Guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I should have. Excuse me. I'm forgetting my polite behavior. The fellow you were talking to before, Bob, EI, I think it was. Thank you, sir, for telling me my Kenwood sounded really good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was Nicky. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's all I got. KM5QS.
Well, we're just gonna quit telling you it sounds anything. That way, maybe you get your lip pooched out.
Oh, I'll get over it.
All right. Hey, Mr. ZIV, you want to give it a whirl? KB5ZIV, W5CMK.
Yeah, let me see what kind of trouble I can start. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Tonight I'm on the FT102. I have the FV102 digital VFO hooked up, the little speaker. That's going into the B&W PT2500A, through the big tuner out there to the big wire. So hopefully everybody's hearing me okay. Let me see, KF5NIX, what's going on up that way?
KF5NIX here. Everything's going just fine out here in Rockdale, Texas, and Baldwin County over here. All those radios out there sounded mighty fine out here this evening. And I'm on a Yaesu FT101E, single E, barefoot, with an inverted V dipole, about 35 foot up in the air, and running the same mic as WV5 George over there, and TXW there, and Ecstatic 10D mic. And I do happen to like it. It is a really nice mic, and all the radios out there are really good tonight. Wanted to throw out a big thank you to all the net controllers for running this thing every week, too, by the way. KF5NIX, back to you.
All right, brother, you sounded good down here in Uvalde, Stuart.
Much appreciated for that, yeah. The net is starting to improve as the night goes on, so hopefully everything just gets better as we go.
Oh, yeah.
IBU.
Hey, Leon.
Good evening.
All right. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Dave, W5GQF, you still hanging around?
This is W5GQF in Round Rock. Yeah, I'm here. Nothing new and exciting. Talking to you on one of my rice boxes tonight because I still got all my fire tubes spread all over the place over here. So, anyway, nothing new. Just checking in, saying hi. Letting you know I'm still listening. W5GQF, clear.
All right, Dave. Well, whatever you're on sounds like it's working all right. All right, hey, KG5SV, you still hanging around here?
My 922 Kenwood amp going up to my off-center fed dipole up about 55 feet and talking on a, what is this thing? I think it's a Heil PR60. I got a couple of them, but I can't see the number on it. But that's what's going on. It's running to a Sysmatics, or wait a minute, I'll get your correct pronunciation on that. Sysmatic 528 processor. So anyway, that's what's going on here. Rice box all the way, no glow in the dark. Well, I guess my amps are glow in the dark, so keeps the shack warm when it's cold out. Anyway, W5GQF, over.
All right, brother. All right, Mr. KG5SV, are you still hanging around here? Did you go watch, or did you go to watch your show? I guess he went to watch his show. Hey, Doug, W5IS.
W5ZIV in the net. W5IS. Yeah, this thing's not driving too good, but anyway, I hope you hear me. I'm running the hybrid rig tonight, TS830, and Some reason I'm not driving the app right, but I don't know. That's the way things happen. You know, when you get ready to, everything checked it out earlier is fine, but now I'm not doing too good. But anyway, appreciate you picking me up. Hope you did hear me. Like I say, it's 830 station all the way, and dipole antenna and Swan Mark II out. What I'm putting out. W5IS.
All right, Doug. No, you're fine over here, brother. Not a problem.
Okay, well, appreciate that. Carry on. I'll see what's going on here.
I did. Hey, Mr. Gary, W5BFA, what's going on over there in Humble?
Oh, not much, Jim. We just sit there enjoying the net. Everybody sounded real good tonight. Band sounds like it's in pretty good shape. We're around here with ST-101AA to the SB-200 up to the Enberg V, about 18 to 20 feet in the air. That's about it. Nothing special, but enjoying the old Glendale radios tonight. Good to hear everybody. W5ZRV, W5BFA.
All right, Gary, that one's working good for you, brother.
Thank you, Jim. I'm real proud of it. It works. It's been working real good for a while.
I do. All right, hey, Mr. Mike, WA5MTT.
Yeah, hello, Jim. Good evening, everybody on the net. It's Mike, WA5MTT, tonight on the Collins S-Line station, winged emblem, 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, 30S1 amplifier, and the microphone is Electro-Voice 664. Hey, Jim, I've been trying to get in touch with Jonathan here in Austin, but unsuccessfully for about the past couple of weeks, so I'll keep working on that deal. Just to let you know. But and if anybody out there knows why S-Line rigs might like to eat the 6U8 in the V11 position, let me know, because I've seem to be losing V11 tubes pretty often, so I need to pull the schematic out and see what's going on. But anyway, back to you, Jim. WA5MTT.
All right, Mike, go ahead there, Jay.
Yes, sir. Mike, the 6U8A is historically a weak tube. That's the most often replaced tube in the Collins, in the S-Line or anywhere else. You might try a 6EA8 in a direct replacement, and they tend to last longer.
Well, I had a stack of 6U8 Jan tubes, so I stuck one of those in right now. We'll see how it does.
Okay. Well, they are. I had issues with mine, and I replaced it, but then I had some other issues too. But at any rate, that's the information that I heard from several people, that the 6U8 or 6U, anyway, the one you're talking about is not exactly the best tube ever made.
Roger.
AM5QS, back to net control.
All right. All right, hey, Mr. Terry, K5PMK.
This is K5PMK. Good evening, everybody on the net. I'm using the same old bow anchors over here, but they work pretty good, and that's all a man can ask. I'm using the Yaesu FT980 with the MV1 microphone and running to an Heathkit SP230. The old single 88 tube. Induction cooled job. I'm going into a Gen-Con tuner up to the balance line up to my full wave loop on about 50 foot, and I'm coming all loaded up with smoke and doing what she'll do. And everybody's sounding real good over here in Mississippi. Everybody's got great signals. The old radios are sounding good. And appreciate the net, and thank everybody responsible for running. Back over to you, Jim. This is K5PMK.
All right, brother. Hey, Mr. Denver, N50JB.
Hey, it's N50JB, Denver, down here in Gonzales, Texas. And I'm on old Tempo 1 as usual. and driving the AL811 on the inverted V, and a Shure 444 mic, and a boat anchor is all it is. And I'm just as lazy as anybody can get. And back to you, Jim. Jim, N50JB.
All right, Denver. Oh, Swan's working. The tempo's working good for you.
I was fixing to say you better wash your mouth out with soap.
I knew I could start soap. All right, let me get this one, and then I'm going to give it over to Lynn. Hey, Mr. Jim down there in FAR, W5SWM.
Well, good evening, Jim. Boy, you loud down here tonight. Finally, you are kind of non-existent there until you turned that big hunk of power supply you got over there. That big old tube is all lit up. We decided to get something out of the closet that's been crying at me lately. Been favoring the Drake and just hitting my amplifier real hard with that Drake. So we decided to baby it a little bit and use this OTS 820, and of course with it we've got the SP 820 and VFO 820 and Kenwood monitor and all that good stuff, foam patch and stuff that goes along with it. But at any rate, a little bit different tonight. Driving amp a little bit easier and not so hard, and bang, bang, bang the needles around. And same old, like I said, SB200 with a multiband wire out there, 80/40 and so forth. And that's about the size of it. Hope you can hear me up there, guys. Sorry, the TR4 is warmed up, but depending on how busy we are, we may or may not talk on it. Back to you, Jim. W5SWM.
Oh, you're doing good on that one, and you ain't got nothing to worry about, brother.
Well, actually, a long time ago, a couple years ago, Jay, I bought this TR4 off him because I wanted an older boat anchor, and lo and behold, when I finally got a hold of some numbers, I found out that this 820 is actually almost 2 years older than my Drake. So it was kind of comical to me when I found that out. At any rate, back to you, and we'll hush up here.
I do. All right, Lynn, you got her all worked out there. There's 6 or 7 left there.
Well, I had a minor disaster. Am I on the air? What about it? K5LYN.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got over there, I got everything all ready to go, and the lamp burned out on that side of the room. So I'm still on the Swan, but I am very conservatively driving the amplifier now. So we'll do that this shift, and I'll be able to go get a light bulb after I finish up here. K5LYN, good evening, everybody. Let's pick up some people that I've got on the list here. We didn't talk to David, I don't think. W5XU. Hey, David, you still hearing me over there? K5LYN.
Oh, yes. You're S9. Jim was 10 over. K5EF was about 30 over. And the only reason why he was only 30 over is because I shorted out the antenna. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to participate in the net. I'm using my very most favorite radio, the Drake C-Line, that when in times past, living in Baton Rouge, I worked over 300 countries on it. And just this past week, thanks to Nick, I was able to get it back on the air, and I have enjoyed it quite a bit. The amplifier is an L4B, and this would be the second contact that I've ever made on this L4B. So I've had it for about 4 years, and rebuilt it and changed some of the bad things in it. And now it's just making a lot of nice warm air and some really nice memory smells. Jim, you asked about that TR44B. I have it on the bench right now. It had some low output. When I brought it up to Jonesboro, it was putting out about 110 watts. by the time it was all over, it was about 60 watts. So I have to put it back on the bench and see what's going on with it. I suspect since the radio is probably going on 40 years old, that some of the coupling capacitors are reducing the drive, because all the tubes are either new or check new. But it's an unusual radio. It's an R4B that is driving a customized, by Drake, not by me, a customized T4X. It has no VFO, but it does have a very large capacity for fixed frequency transmit. And on this particular unit, the T4B, it allows you to transceive either with the VFO and the receiver or with the crystal, which is a little bit different than the normal R4 and T4 arrangement. It's a very unusual radio. It's really pretty, and I'll be working on that as soon as I can get a flooded TR7 working. Many of you can remember a month or so back where Baton Rouge and the areas around Baton Rouge flooded quite a bit. Well, a good friend of mine who lives in Baton Rouge had 6.5 feet of water in his house. I called him up to find out how he was doing, and he told me the news, and I told him I was going to be in town to help clean out some houses, and I'd come over and help him. And he told me that he had it all arranged and all handled, but he thanked me. A couple of days after that conversation, he called me up and told me that if I didn't mind, I would come over and get all of his radios that had flooded. Well, I did that, and he said the reason why he wanted to do that is because he couldn't, and I understand 100%, he couldn't bring himself to the fact that he had to throw away his radios. So if I didn't mind, he wanted me to bring them back here to Covington and throw away for me. So one of those radios is the radio that you have, Lynn, that went through the flood, and Lynn can tell you the condition of that radio, that it really wasn't, in my uneducated way, it really wasn't worth the effort to rebuild. So I have two T4XCs. I have R4C. I have TR4B, TR4C, and two TR4s, and a TR3, all of which were under some really nasty water that if I get to them, fine. If I don't get to them, not fine. But all of those were underwater and pretty dirty. I found that in most cases, except for maybe 2 or 3 examples, most cases the meters suffered greatly. So if anybody has a good solution to a meter that didn't go through the flood very well, I would appreciate that information. That's all I have, Lynn. God bless you. I appreciate the opportunity to occupy the band for a bit. I'm using my TR4C and the T4XC, and I can tell you it warms my heart, plus my room, just to see them wiggle. W5XU.
Okay, David. Yeah, I'd say it's working fine. You got a nice signal into Austin. And I would sort of like to hear it with a D104 maybe, or some microphone that makes a few more highs in the audio. There's nothing whatsoever wrong with what I'm hearing, but on a staticky night, it might provide a little bit of more clarity. But no, it's working just fine. And your description of the other station, which I saw in Tennessee, of course, the TR44B. I know Guy and some of the other Drake guys on the net here will enjoy hearing more about that, so keep us posted on the project. All right. Hey, David, great to hear you. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, that's it. If I can find another microphone around here, and I have several, I just don't know where they are. I challenge it because I just moved here 3 years ago, and I got to tell you that rebuilding the shack is one of the lower priorities. Anyway, maybe next week I'll have something different, but that's it. Thank you, Lynn. W5XU.
All right. All right, yeah. A lot of the D104s, the crystals are failing, and a lot of us are having pretty good luck with Shure 444s. That's what I've got on here right now. Good to hear you. All right, moving on. I think that Jim got Denver. So what about, have we talked to Jim, SWM? Jim, have we talked to you, K5LYN? I guess we have. All right, how about Steve, KB0UOA? Steve, I think I heard you in there a while ago. Over to you.
KB0UOA, Steve, Wichita, Kansas, on the old Kenwood TS830, into my 2100 G2 amp. Running on the vertical I put up there a week ago. I got my verticals all, my radios all put out this weekend, so hopefully it's working pretty good down there. KB0UOA.
Oh, yeah, I think it's working fine, Steve. Nice signal into Austin tonight. And, of course, we're benefiting some from the winter propagation. That's when 80 meters really gets fun. Things are a lot better than they were a while back. But you got a nice signal. Anything else for the group this afternoon?
A little bit of noise in there from the storms, but you guys are all doing a good job up here in Wichita. KB0UOA.
All right, Kansas, my home state where I was born. All right, how about Byron, WA5EDX? What about it, Byron?
Yeah, Lynn, K5LYN in the net, WA5EDX, Portable 5, near Crockett, Texas, this evening. And since I came over here to East Texas to catch up on the chores and attend some family reunions this weekend, also have a 50-year high school reunion going on Saturday. So, looking forward to that. So I'm not on the boat anchor tonight, on the ICOM rice burner, and barefoot, of course. Everybody's sounding real good, and barreling in. The band is good tonight. So that's all I know for sure. Update from the World Series, Chicago 2-0 over Cleveland, so maybe they'll tie it up tonight. Who knows? Hope they will. Make it interesting anyway. Okay, back to you, Lynn. Hope everything's going well, and get that light bulb replaced. K5LYN, WA5EDX.
Yeah, that's the first time that ever happened to me, Byron, that I couldn't get on the station because it was dark in that corner of the room. We'll see if we can fix that in a minute. Nice signal into Austin tonight. Hey, let's see if my friend down at Wimberley is still hanging out there. Big group tonight. Al, W5SFN, are you sticking with us? K5LYN.
K5HAT.
Sitting right here talking on this piece of junk here. Radio down off of San Angelo Bob up there. 520S, worked good. Didn't have to do anything to it either. That's pretty good. Oh, I didn't hook up the dial lights on it, but I'll need them anyway. I got a flashlight here. Everybody sounds good. I didn't hear a bad radio at all of them. All sound good today. That's more I can say for some of these bands. This W5SFN Wimberley.
All right, Al, you're sounding great as always. Thanks for hanging in there, sticking with us tonight. We had a huge group to start out, and it took a while to get around to everybody. Al, anything else for the group tonight?
No, and I don't mind at all. You can make me last, first, or anywhere you want to. I'm not. My skin's not thin. This W5SFN.
No, we know you're pretty tough. At 85 years old and still putting up antennas and stuff like that. We know, Al. Good to hear you. All right, HAT, I got you. I got one guy ahead of you. BTM, what do you say, Ralph?
Yeah, hello there, Lynn. K5LYN in the net, N5BTM. Located in Spring, Texas, and tonight we're running a Kenwood TS830 Sugar with a 444D microphone. Going through a homebrew linear GS35B, about 920 watts, going through the Drake MN2700 antenna tuner, and out to a inverted V trap dipole. And that's about the size of things down here, Lynn, so back to you there, over.
whopper of a signal into Austin, Ralph. Great audio. It doesn't get any better than that. Over.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We had to put the amp on sick bay here for a couple of days till we figured out what was going on. So we're glad to have it back up and running again.
It's running big time. All right, Ralph. We'll be in touch. Okay, Russell, K5HAT. What do you say? K5LYN.
Well, this is K5HAT. I'm don't have really a boat anchor. I'm using a Kenwood TS 480. About 200 something watts out. Using a converted MC50 microphone with a HAL 5 cartridge, and the antenna's center feds up, and I'm using a MT3000 tuner to tune it with. That guy that had the the R4C station on, a good mic for that, which I've used, it's really good for sideband, is a 10DA Dynamic, or a 10D. Those work real good on radios like that. Also, I'm trying to find somebody that can look at my SB200 and see if they can fix it for me. So, back to net control, K5HAT.
All right, Russell, if anybody wants to talk to you about that, working on that amplifier, do you have an email address you can give us?
Yes, it's K5HAT@sbcglobal.net or ARRL.net. I'll also give you my phone number, which is area 214-339-4432. Again, area 214-339-4432. Over.
Very good. And K5HAT@ARRL.net always works for a lot of us, and it's easy to remember. Okay, Russell, about the Astatic 10D, yes, I've got one. And that was one of the microphones that Collins recommended for use with the S-Line. So you're right on target there, over.
Oh, yeah. I've got the head for one in my desk drawer, but I'm sure it works. It needs a little work done on the bottom of the head, but that's all I've got.
Okay. All right, good to hear you tonight. Hey, let me have a couple of check-ins that we don't have on the list, or if there's anybody that we missed, and then I'll give it back to Guy while I go look for a light bulb so I can get my Central Electronics back up and running. Who else for the net? K5LYN.
Katie 5
Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo.
Oscar.
Kilo 5 Lima Tango.
K0 SCD.
Okay, that's way more than I can write. I've got Kyle and I've got Lima Tango. I'm going to talk to you guys, and then we'll give it back to Guy. What do you say, Kyle, right here in the neighborhood, K5LYN?
Hey, Lynn, this is Kyle, Kilo Delta 5, Echo Uniform Oscar, coming in from 10 blocks away. We're using the FT102 tonight with the matching VFO and speaker and meter, and a Dentron Super Tuner into an 80-meter dipole up about 40 feet. Was gone a little bit. Been traveling around. Just got back from Louisville a couple hours ago. Figured I'd settle into being home again by getting on the radio. So, thanks for taking my call. Everybody sounded really good, and glad to be on the net. So back to you, K5LYN. This is KD5EUO.
Great to hear you, Kyle. Beautiful signal. Sounds wonderful right up here close. And we're still doing breakfast, so come by when you can. All right, let me pick up Lima Tango. That's all I heard of the call. Who was that? K5LYN.
K5LYN from Kilo 5 Lima Tango. Good evening, Lynn. This is Lyle in Bernie, Texas. Just checking in tonight. Everybody's sounding great. Real busy tonight. Lots of folks on here, which is awesome. And I'll keep it short. Using the Heathkit SB101 tonight. Going through the Heathkit SB201 amplifier into a inverted V, double snoozed up about 20 feet in the air, running through the cedar trees. And since everybody's talking about microphones tonight, I'm using a Electro Voice model 638, so I'll throw my 2 cents in. So I'll keep it short so everybody else can get in tonight. So, sounds great. Lynn, back to you. K5LYN, K5LT.
Okay, Lyle. Hey, have we met you at Belton? If we have, I can't place you.
I was actually at Belton the last go-around. First time I've been, well, I hadn't been there in years, and so I went up there. And I walked around a little bit. I didn't see you. So you may have passed me up and down the aisles of cars, but I didn't talk to you.
Okay, well, let's try and meet up next go-round. Like to know who we're talking to here. All right, nice signal out of the Heathkit station, and that might have been the only complete Heathkit station we've heard tonight. I'm not sure, but it's doing a nice job. Okay, Guy, W5CMK, you want it while I go look for a light bulb, K5LYN.
Sure, Lynn, yeah. Just hope you don't have to go all the way to Home Depot to get it. This is W5CMK, and you folks are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Tonight's the 27th day, I think, or 27th, I don't know, sometime in this month. It's right before deer season, getting ready to go, and Halloween. Running a TR4 and a 285 Henry up to a double bazooka with a 444 Shure microphone. It looks like it's doing all right. Hey, Glenn, WB5L, what's going on up there in Bella Vista, Arkansas?
Well, thank you, guys. Hello to everybody on the Boat Anchor Net. Am I somewhat close on frequency, over?
Yeah, just a tad high, but it's no big issue.
Okay, well, this is Glenn up here in Bella Vista, almost in Missouri, and almost in Oklahoma, but I'm still in Arkansas. Anyway, I'm running the TR4C tonight. Well, it's the only boat anchor I got, so, and it's going into the Heathkit SB1000 through the 2060 tuner, and up on the tower there's an inverted V about 60 feet or so, and that's the working conditions here. Microphone is a Audio Technica MB3, so that's what we got. And this whole thing just keeps on working. I've missed the net the last couple of weeks. It seems like we've had thunderstorms on Wednesday night. We had a pretty good one today, but it was around noontime. We had a frog strangler. But everything's going fine. I just want to say hello. Let everybody know I'm still hanging in there. Back to you, Guy. K5. WB5L.
Just don't call me late for payday, quit time or supper, and everything will be fine, Glenn. Yeah, we'll give you a phone call when we get up there in December. Maybe we can sit down and have a glass of tea or a cup of coffee or something. All right. Hey, Leon, IBU, come on in there.
Well, good evening, Guy, and everybody on the net. This is KD5IBU, Leon in Beaumont, Texas. I don't have an old radio. Well, it is old, but not as old as a lot of radios on here. It's a Kenwood 950 SDX. It's been modified. About 22 watts, driving an Alpha 8410, and it's 1453 out. And my voice channel, my preamplifier went out, so I sent it back. So I'm using an Aphex 230 master voice channel. Everything's built in one piece. So anyway, I'm using Audix CX211 condenser microphone. And anyway, everybody sounds great on their radios. And I'm real happy for Jim. He really sounds good on his. I don't know what he's got with it, but it sounds great. So anyway, Guy, I'm not going to keep you. I just want to jump in and say hello to everybody. And y'all have a great evening. KD5IBU. Back to you, Guy.
All right, Leon. Well, you know all that stuff you rattled off there. You just almost got it as much radio as I got with this TR4. Over.
Roger.
I couldn't patch it up, Leon.
Okay, thank you, Guy.
No, it sounded great, Leon. I think I heard Randy in there. RCD. Did I hear you?
I heard SED.
Okay. Whatever I heard, go ahead. What was it, Jim?
It was Steve, K0SED.
Oh, hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Come on in and let us know what you got going on.
Oh, Guy, it's a wonderful evening over here. Hello to everybody out on the boat anchors. I'm with us this evening, Steve K0, SCD in Tyler. Tonight I'm a 520 and a 3001, but the SWR is kicking up. I better keep it short. Anyway, back to you, Guy. K0, SCD.
Okay, yeah, I just heard the D on the N and a S, and I thought it might have been Randy up there at Gilmer, but okay, good deal, Steve. Yeah, don't talk no more. We don't want to burn nothing up. So, sounded good over here across town from you, about 40 miles. Catch you later, Steve. 73. All right, y'all are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited. My name's Guy. If you would like to check in with your boat anchor-related equipment, come now with your call sign suffix slowly, please.
W5SWM.
Hotel Norway, India.
Whiskey Alpha 5 Oscar Papa Zulu.
All right, well, that was just a whole jumbled up mess. I got SWN and I got NI, and if I didn't call you just then, try it again slowly and spread them out so I can get them written down.
Delta Kilo.
Oscar Papa Zulu.
All right, that last one, would you repeat it one more time a little slower, please?
Whiskey Alpha 5 Oscar Papa Zulu.
Okay, OPZ, got you that time. All right, SWN, HNI, JT, DK, and OPZ. Anybody else?
Uniform India Yankee.
Whiskey 5 Juliet Sierra Hotel.
All right, there was one just now that was way down in the mud for me, so just hold that thought and we'll get back with you in a minute. Okay, go ahead, Jim.
Oh, Guy, just wanted to get on here and put this TR4 back at you. It's your TR4 over there, and heard Glenn real lightly in here earlier in the evening. Hello, Glenn. Hadn't talked to you in a while. And with that, the same old station, driving Dickens out of SB 200, which is what I wasn't going to do. And we'll just let it go with that. Thanks for picking me up. And this Drake still isn't as old as my Kenwood. Adios.
Oh, well, the TR3 I got sitting right under the one I'm talking on is probably older than your Kenwood, over.
Just barely.
1963.
Oh, well, that is an early one.
All right. Hey, Steve, HNI, what's up?
Yeah, good evening, Guy. WD5HNI and a multitude out there. Everybody's sounding pretty good. I take it you're copying me all right tonight, over?
Roger.
Well, very good. Well, tonight we're on a old Yaesu 101 Zulu Delta. We're on it barefoot here tonight, the old 101 ZD series here, and been very happy with the receiver, man. This thing has got a hot receiver in it and a very good noise blanker, so can't really complain. All that barefoot going into an 80 meter full-wave loop here, fed with ladder line and an Osher or the old D104 mic. So that's the rundown. Enjoy the night. Take care. WD5HNI.
Roger, Steve. Yep, the old Yaesu sounding good. I ran one of those for a main rig for a few years, so that's very, very familiar with it, and yep, it's a good one. All right, moving along. Juliet Tango, come in with your full call sign, your name and location, and let us know what you got going on. All righty, I believe he's got the name as Joe, is that correct? Roger. Roger on the Joe in Georgetown. Yeah, I got a little static going on, a little lightning crashes going on here, kind of making it difficult. But I got the majority of it on the Kenwood, and you sounded good.
All right, thank you, Guy. I appreciate what you're doing there tonight, and I'll keep listening on the side.
Roger, Roger. Moving right along. Delta Kilowatt, what's up?
Yeah, good evening, Guy. W5CMK from Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo. My name's Don Delta Oscar November. We're in beautiful hill country. Spring Branch, just north of San Antonio, Boulevardy, Blanco area. And just checking in for the count on just an old Drake TR4 here also, Guy, and with a D104 microphone. And I guess it is a 2060 tuner and to a double extended zip. Nothing fancy. Looking up at all this other Drake gear I need to get finished up and on the air also. So everybody sounds good. Just checking in for the count. Back to you, Guy. W5CMK, W5DK.
All right, Don. Yep, got the Drake sounding good. I'm going to get off my backside and drag the TR3 out. It needs a little tender love and care. I'll get to it one of these days and get it back on the air. I really enjoy it as much as any of the rest of them. So good deal. Good talk to you, Don. WA5OPZ, come on in here.
Good evening, guys. W5CMK, WA5OPZ. Handle here is Bill, Bravo, India, Lima. We're located between Alvarado and Grandview, Texas, just south of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro mess. Everybody's sounding real good tonight. No problem at all hearing everybody all the way up into Kansas. Beautiful signals tonight. Tonight we're cheating a little bit. We're using the ICOM rice box, but we're driving the 1200X Swan to ST2 antenna tuner, and we're measuring the output with a WM2000 Swan watt meter, and we're using the Heil ProSet microphone. Okay, W5CMK, WA5OPZ.
All right, Bill, sounding good. You say you're running a cubic tuner?
Well, I'm running the ST2 Swan antenna tuner. It's very, very much like the cubic tuner.
Roger. Well, what I'm got in line here is the cubic ST2 Bravo, and it's probably about the same thing. Over.
Roger, I think there's one on the internet right now that looks almost exactly like my ST2.
Roger. All right, good deal, Bill. Good hearing you. Uniform India Yankee, come in with your full call sign, your name, location, and let us know what you got going on, please.
Did you call Uniform India Yankee?
I believe that's what I got written down. If that's wrong, you can correct me.
No, that's correct. This is Kilo Mike 4, Uniform India Yankee. Thank you for letting me in here. Name is Jerry, Japan, England, Radio Yankee. I'm about 30 miles east of Birmingham, Alabama. And I'm running tonight. I checked in the other night with my S-Line. Tonight I got my KWM2 Alpha into 30L1 using SM3 mic. I sure like my call and stuff, but that's what I'm running here tonight, and everybody sounds good on the net here, and I appreciate you letting me. So back to you, back to net, Kilo Mike 4, Uniform India Yankee.
All right, Jerry. Well, that's a good deal to hear from you from over there in Alabama. I guess you're hearing all of us pretty good because we're hearing you pretty good.
Oh yeah, I got a good copy on all of you.
All righty, well, come on back next Wednesday. Yeah, you got the KWM2A tonight. It's sounding great. I think you said you were on the S-Line maybe the last time you checked in.
Roger.
All righty, well, you got them tuned up right. Got them working good. All right, Jerry, look forward to talking to you again. I got a Juliet Sierra Alpha, I think, or maybe Hotel, depending on whether I wrote it right. Come on in.
Yes, it's a Whiskey 5, Juliet Sierra Hotel. Yeah, I got a Kenwood 120S over here, but it's not hooked up. I'm currently doing work on it.
I'm on my 488.6 right now, but you guys out here are sounding real good.
All right, what was the name there?
James, I'm down here in Houston.
Was that James or Jay?
James, Juliet, Alpha, Michael, Echo, Sierra.
All right, James, good deal. Well, your ATEX is making it up here to northeast Texas through the static, so yeah, get some of that old stuff on the air and let's let them glow in the dark for you there. Over.
Oh yeah, I'm currently replacing boards in it. It's an old rig. It's just the transmit's all garbled, so I'm just replacing the boards on that, and then we'll have it up and running.
Roger, Roger. Sounds like a deal. Yeah, I got a TS-180 up there on the shelf, and it works when it wants to, and I kind of can coerce it into working, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, a lot of those early solid state jobs they're going to be a challenge when we move on down the road a little bit. All right, hey, Mr. Jim, ZIV, you want to see what you can do with a little bit of it here? W5BMK.
All right, let me see if I can get the one Charlie Whiskey Papa out of there, and then I'll give it to Lynn there. All right, guys, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. I think I heard a Charlie Whiskey Papa come in there. The guy was having trouble with. Try it now. Let me see if I can get you out of there.
This is Kilo 5, Charlie Whiskey Papa. Name's Charlie out of Houston. Spring, actually.
Lynn, are you doing any better with him than I am?
Well, his name's Charlie.
Yeah, hang on a minute, Jay. Lynn, can you hear him any better?
Well, I'm still having trouble over here, Jim. I believe his name is Charlie, but that's about all I got of it, over.
Okay. All right, Charlie, I'm having a little trouble with you. Your signal's pretty light on my end down here in Uvalde. Charlie, I heard the West Texas, and then you kind of faded down to nothing. So we'll try it again next week. How's that?
Sounds good.
I don't think he's talking, Jim.
Yeah, I think he said it sounds good. So we'll let that one roll. You got yours straightened up now?
I don't know. Am I sounding okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I can't really say. I think this station wasn't born under the right sign tonight. K5LYN. I'm back on the Central Electronics 20A that I have married up to a Hallicrafters receiver, and I use the VFO and the receiver to excite the 20A, so I'm transceiving, and I'm driving 460Q5s, grid-driven. And I'm wearing goggles since I don't always know exactly if this thing's going to explode when I turn it on or what. I've got some circuits that I'm pushing to the max here. All right, we're down to the last moments of the net, but let's see who else is out there wanting to check in. K5LYN, listening?
We need pictures of the goggles.
The goggles, we don't know that we need them, but we might. Over. All right, who else for the net?
W5 Sugar Uniform.
W5 Sugar Uniform, Carl, is that you?
QSL, yeah, hi, Lem. I forgot to listen earlier, and I wondered if Grant, W5XJ, may have checked in with a PR4. Go ahead.
I don't think he did.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious. All right. Yeah, I'm on a 4C. Feeling 4C this evening, barefoot. Band's kind of crackling. A little Cure Nancy, but you're coming through just fine. Sorry, a little late. W5LYN, W5SU.
Yeah, okay. Hey, haven't been hearing you as often as we need to. Everything okay on your end?
Yeah, we're good. It's just every Wednesday night something else pops up, and I meet with a group down the band at 8 o'clock, so I'll check in at 7:30 if I can, but if not, by the time you guys come around to some more check-ins, it's after 8 o'clock, and I'm down the band. But, yeah, everything's great. Again, it was good to see you a few weeks ago. In Paris, a main trading ham radio day, and then last weekend we went up to Ardmore. Worked out pretty nicely up there. Good showing. Go ahead, Lynn, W5SU.
Okay, Carl. Yeah, well, good to hear you. We missed you. Come by more often. I think it's a little tricky tonight since we're hearing the guys from California on AM starting to skip in here. But I copied 100%. Anything else for the group tonight?
No, I just wanted to check in and say hello as I was passing through. Thanks.
All right. Good to hear you. I guess you still got the Hallicraft station up there, don't you?
Yeah, it's sitting on the floor over here under a pile of junk. Just not enough room on the desk, but yes, absolutely.
All right, we always miss that because it's one of the rare ones. Okay, all right, good to hear you. I guess we'll move on, see if there's anybody else out there, Carl. Glad you came by. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? K5LYN, listening?
Kilo India 5, Oscar.
Oscar, pick it up.
Hey, Lynn, Kilo India 5, Oscar, Austin, Texas, running FT902. Just have to give a shout out to WD5HNI. Man, that's a good sounding radio. Hi, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, just wanted to check into the net. Kilo India 5, Oscar, name is Mike.
Yeah, hi, Mike. Yeah, Steve HNI always has the best sound in Collins and the best sound in Swans I ever heard. I don't know how he does it, over.
He got a good deal on a FT101 ZD.
Well, he knows how to operate them. All right, Mike, anything else for the group tonight?
Nothing else for the group. Kilo India 5, Oscar, back to net control.
All right, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening?
Whiskey Delta 5, Alpha Delta Charlie.
ADC, pick it up.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, everybody in the net. This is Rick down in the Valley, Harlingen. And I'm on the 820 tonight, as usual, sure, 444D mic. And let's see, the amplifier's a TL922A. And the inverted B. And that's about it, over.
Well, Rick, you're doing fine tonight. It's doing a great job. We got pretty good band conditions, so we're going a little bit overtime. We're going to have to wind it down here pretty soon, but I hated to shortchange anybody, over.
Yeah, Roger. I just turned this 820 on about 5 minutes ago, so it looks like it's settled down now. Should be pretty close on frequency.
Well, since I'm listening to you on a Hallicrafters SX115, I better not be the person to make any comment about what frequency we're on, but you sound good. That's the best I can say.
All right. You too.
Thank you a lot. You're hearing a Central Electronics 20A from the year 1957. All right, let me see if there's anybody else wants to talk to me about anything. Then I'll send it to Guy, and we'll send it to Jim, and let everybody say their final words of wisdom here. Anybody need to talk to me about anything? K5LYN, listening? Guy, it sounds like the ball's in your court. Have fun. I'll listen out. K5LYN.
All right, Lynn. Well, I'm glad you got your light bulb going without having to go to Lowe's or Home Depot to get one. But, you kind of concerned me talking about putting them goggles on.
Well, I don't have the amplifier in a case, nor is the power supply. And I pushed this power supply way beyond anything it ought to be doing, So, in fact, I'm pushing these 6DQ5s up to 4 of them pulling about 600 mils. So, at least until I get it in a case.
Well, I'll think about it. No guts, no glory, right?
Roger.
All right. This is W5CMK. You're listening to the last few moments of the Boat Anchors Unlimited for tonight. If you'd like to check in, come down with your call sign suffix slowly, and we'll get one or two of them in here, and then we'll move it on down the road. Bravo, Tango. Bravo, question mark. Go ahead.
This is Kilo
Bravo Tango. Over.
Okay, Bravo Tango. Yeah, we had you on the list earlier. I guess we might have missed you, but sorry about that. Go ahead.
Alrighty, this is K5BBT. My name is I'm located near North Little Rock, Arkansas. The rig here is a Heathkit HW12A, which I built 45 years ago. It is my first rig, and it's my favorite boat anchor. I still got it after all these years. It's amazing that it still works. But anyway, I just wanted to say good evening to everyone on the net, and thanks for letting me. So back to you, K5BBT.
Roger on the HW12. Give me your name one more time. Lightning strike took you out about that time.
Okay, my name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. Doug, over.
Okay, Doug, yeah, we got you that time in North Little Rock, Arkansas. On the Hot Water 12. Well, sounds like it's doing what it's supposed to do about 40 years ago?
Well, it was like 45 years ago. I got my rig in 1971. This is my first rig, and I built it in about 2 days or less. Oh, by the way, I'm also running an L4B amplifier here. So anyway, back to you, K5BBT.
All right, good deal on the L4B and the Hot Water 12. All right, anybody else for the boat anchors? Well, I'm going to throw it down to you, Jim. I'm going to say 73 in words of wisdom. Be sure that the boats that you cast are the ones that you intended to cast. 73, KB5ZIV, W5BMK.
All right, guy. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. We're running a little over this evening. Have we missed anybody? Is there anyone else that would like to check in here this evening? All right. Not hearing anybody. Guys, we appreciate everybody that came by here and took the time to check in with us. Because without you folks, we really can't do this. Lynn, myself, and Guy, we appreciate it, I'll tell you, because we get to hear stuff that we always wanted to play with, some of the stuff we had, and sent it down the road, and, it's a good deal. We get to hear a lot of different stuff, and we know what it takes to keep these things up and running, so we really do appreciate you guys coming by and taking the time to check in here. We hope you have a good week. That should be a good deal. Have a good week, and we'll hopefully see y'all next Wednesday. We'll say 73s all the way around, and we'll return this frequency back to normal amateur use from KB5ZIV.
Good time.
Well, Jim, you